Hey, super legends, superheroes, and superstars. Welcome back for another episode of Dre and Vendi and Dre branding episodes. So today is episode uno, dos, tres. Okay, let's start again. Eins, zwei, drei. Okay, episode number 4. So we are going to absolutely tear it up today. So I'm just waiting for my co-host Vendi, who should be here any second. So if you guys who are tuned in now and watching can let me know, there's about a 20-second delay of where you're from, whereabouts you are from, and where you are watching. So we are live on LinkedIn, we're live on YouTube, and we are live on Facebook. So if you can just light up that chat screen, and Vendi and I really work off energy. So we love energy. So if you can light up that chat screen, then we're going to give you as much as possible. So today we're probably going to go for about 10 to 15 minutes. And today's show is all about, is your imposter syndrome destroying your personal brand? So this is something that I have suffered from, I guess, all the way through my life. And it's something that is very common with high achievers. So to give you, I guess, probably just a few examples. So I'll start with personal branding. So what is personal branding? So personal branding is really, like your reputation. So how you show up online, how you show up offline, and what people think about you, what people feel about you, and how you can influence people to take a certain action or even a certain behavior. So I'm going to give a warm, massive, huge, ginormous welcome to my co-host with the mostest, and just an incredible human. I'm probably not going to talk too much, but anyway, let's give a massive, huge welcome to, I'm not even going to say her surname, Vendi.
Yes. Hi
Hey,
guys,
how are
the
you?
co-host that is actually late today, so sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I wasn't going to blame you.
That's okay. I'm gonna come forward. I'm gonna admit I was late. We were getting ready. So
okay. So I don't want to put any sort of generalizations out there, but
yeah,
normally women are kind of late going to just, would you say that as correct?
yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah. Awesome. So there's a couple of people in the chat screen. So Alex B is in Belgium, and Daniel, big massive welcome to you.
Hi guys.
So yeah. All right. So I've just done a little intro. I've just talked about personal branding, and then we'll get into imposter syndrome and how that is destroying your personal brand. So do you want me to continue? Do you want me to be like a footballer and like kick off, or
go on? Shall we
explain
what imposter syndrome is, or have you gotten into that yet?
Yeah, that was just that. Yeah. Do you want to explain what it is?
Yeah, sure. I think very simply put, right? It's when you have been placed in a certain position that you don't feel ready for, and everyone else thinks you're ready for it, and you're doing a great job, but inside you're like, oh, everyone just basically assumes I'm great at this, but I don't think I am. So you feel like you cheated and you got to a certain place. So you're in your career, in your business, and you're feeling like, oh, someone's going to call me out and be like, no, you don't deserve this. Even though you do, but you just inside of you feel like, an imposter, like I'm faking it. I'm not really being, I don't know how this happened. I got lucky and now everyone thinks I'm this person, even though you deep inside of you think you're not. So I think that's how at least I understand it, but you can add to it.
That is perfect. So I was going to say, if you don't mind, if I'll just give just an example of one of my personal experiences. Yeah. So I used to work for a telco company, and the whole business department got made redundant. So we were doing telephone sales, and then it took me about a month to get another role. And I got this role. It was a similar role. I was looking after probably about 450 clients just on the telephone. And after 3 months, the manager, so it was looking after small businesses. After 3 months, the sales manager of the enterprise and government team gave me a tap on the shoulder and said, look, there's somebody in the team that is going on maternity leave, and we would love you to step into the role. So this is after 3 months. I've just walked in. And what you've got to imagine, there is other people that have worked there for like 2 years, 5 years, and I think they were probably a little bit pissed off. So I basically said to the like sales manager, you know, I've only been here 5 minutes. I don't really know like what I'm doing. And he said, look, it's not as technical as you think. All you really need to do is just go out there, be yourself, build relationships. If there's any like poo that hits the fan, just sort it out. We're here to support you. And when you're going out onto these business meetings, hey Irene, and when you're going out to these business meetings, then you're going to have a technical guy there to support you. It was one of the best jobs that I've ever had. And where the imposter syndrome came in is that I was earning, probably should say this, but probably about 75 grand. And then I got an extra 50 grand on top. And I wasn't going to turn that down. I got into the role. I done quite well, but always in the back of my mind was, I shouldn't be here. Like, I don't belong here. I don't know, it was weird, but it was one of the best roles of my life. I learned like so much, and I worked out the reason why I was there was because of who I am, like who I was. So I was like a nice guy, I was positive, I was happy, and I actually wanted to help people. And that's the reason why I beat people that were there for 2 years, 5 years, and yeah. Man, the chat screen is going off. I want to see you light that up. You guys light it up like it was 1999. So I wasn't born then, obviously, because I'm too young.
Been around a bit younger, Jay.
Yeah, so I just want to say hello to Irene, to Go Cool, to Alex B. Alex B was there as well. So yeah, he remembers it. He's like one of my best mates. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, let us know. We'd be happy to help. Yeah. And if you've got any questions that you'd like answered for next week, I'm thinking, I haven't run this by Vendy yet, but it would be great if we had like an open sort of like Q&A where you guys have got questions and we just answer you as many questions as you like.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Dre, but I have a question for you.
Oh, geez. Okay, I wasn't ready for this. All right.
Am I allowed? Okay, sit down. So obviously you gave a great example of how you've encountered like imposter syndrome in your life. So probably would be useful for anyone who's watching to understand, well, how do you overcome that? So you're feeling like you're taking the money, I'm going to do this because yes, like I'm not going to turn this down, but like, how do you get over feeling like, oh, I don't really belong here?
Okay, so there's a couple of reasons, there's a couple of ways how to do that. So how I look at it is that this is really common in high achievers. So the more successful that you get, the more challenges you're going to come up against. And it's like a computer game. So there's at every level, there's always a devil. So at every level, there's always a devil. So say if you beat the big bad boss man at the end, then you're going to face the next one. They always get bigger. They always get badder. The way that I faced it is that you just have to do it. So think back to everything that you have accomplished, and it's all about experience. So if you're scared about doing something the first time, the more that you do something, so repetition is the mother of skill. I'm going to repeat that again because I'm spitting fire. So repetition is the mother of skill. So the more that you do something, the more comfortable that you're going to get. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to be like, oh, this is a piece of cheese. If you don't like cheese, then it's not cheese. And then you're going to move up to that next level and that next level. So if there are some of you at the moment that are suffering from imposter syndrome, and I believe that the majority of us, so Vendy and I were chatting about this like earlier, that I know that I've suffered it and I'm probably still going to suffer it like throughout my career. Vendy's like slightly different. She's got a different opinion on it or what she's personally been through. However, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, great.
So yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. So what I was going to say is, regularly, what you need to do is just remember your accomplishments, your achievements, like your skills, your qualities. So if you've been promoted into a job, you have been put there for a reason, because that particular person believes that you can do the job. So you are living from what you're thinking. So you've been promoted. So your mindset is not actually at that level. It's still at that lower level. So you need to jump up and then transfer your mindset. So it can be difficult, and it's just practice. So just research, learn as much as you can. YouTube is just a great source for information. Books, there's everything. So just do as much as you can.
Yeah. So are you saying basically the more you actually did the role, the more comfortable you felt within it, that you deserve it, plus working on your mindset as well? Are those the key areas?
So the longer it went on, then the more comfortable that I got. But I know that at the very beginning, when you start something, you're thinking about all these other people that are thinking that, oh, you shouldn't be in that position. It shouldn't be you. It should be me. However, don't worry about them, because everybody else is just worried about themselves. You just need to worry about your career. Like if you're a coach, it's a slightly different ball game. But if it's like your career, just do whatever you possibly can.
And remember that it's not always the smartest people who actually win the game. Because I think we've all been, right? It's true. Like we've all been, like I remember I know so many smart people that, I went to school with, and they're definitely smarter than me. But it was the mindset, the lack of self-confidence, that like I knew they're like so freaking super book smart and they should be like scientists or whatever. But because of their low self-esteem and confidence and belief in themselves, I knew it's going to be very challenging for them to actually make it. So you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you have to be the person who takes action. And I think like just put yourself there in the position, and then you're going to have to roll with it. And that is the only way. You don't need to like do more courses or get more certifications or like acquire new, like, I don't know, diplomas or whatever to feel like, okay, now I can teach something. This is in terms of like when you're a business owner or when you're a coach, you really just have to be like 2 steps ahead of your ideal clients and what they want to achieve. Because if you achieve something for yourself, you can teach that now. But you don't have to be like, again, you don't have to study something for 20 years to be like, okay, now I'm finally ready to talk about it. You just like, wherever you're at, reflect on your own journey, and you can probably teach what you've been through and help other people who are where you were a couple of years ago. So you just don't have to be the smartest person in the room. I mean, if you are, cool, but really don't feel like you have to. I think this is where it comes from, like the comparison as well. If you're like looking around and like, well, this person, maybe have achieved X, Y, and Z, and you feel like, oh, I'm not there yet. Just know that you don't have to be smarter than them, but you have to take more action. And then you just get, you just get ahead. Like that's what I've always seen. Like, because I remember one of my first internships that I've done. So this was like in a branding agency, actually, which is interesting. But I was, no one, like our, CEO there, no one, he didn't tell our clients that I'm an intern. So I actually got real clients, and I was like kind of doing account management role for them. And I just basically had to fake it. Like, cause they were coming to me and they're like, oh, tell us about your experience of like doing this type of work and like, what have you done for your clients before? And I was like, oh yeah, like X, Y, and Z, like whatever. Like, because I actually saw it as an opportunity, like I basically get to test and fail on someone else's behalf. This is not my company, right? So I just have to like, I don't know, like I have the opportunity to just like experiment and see where I can get with it. So I mean, it was funny and I loved it. It just like, it's the perception. Like you don't have to, I was just an intern, but the perception was, I'm this person who's been doing this role for a couple of years and I'm like really, really good at it. So just show up as that person and you will feel that you're just going to become it sooner or later. You're just going to have to, acquire the skills to actually be that. So, hey, that's how I see it.
Somebody call Harry Potter, because that was magic. All right. So what I want to do, I want to go to the comments because the comments have just been going off. I can only see the LinkedIn ones, but they are, oh man, you guys are awesome. All right, let's go back. All right, so Irene's from Australia. Hello, legend. Personal branding, very important topic. Alex was like, exactly, both. Yeah, welcome. Imposter syndrome almost knocked. Oh, I'm going to show this comment on the screen. All right, so Irene says, imposter syndrome almost knocked me down last year. I came back stronger, but I still feel that it's monster. Yes. Irene, I feel you. With high achievers, it is, I believe, like we're always going to face it. and it's just how we can overcome it. We've got another comment from Gokul. What are the main criteria for personal branding safely on social sites? Like to know your suggestions. All right, so what are the main criteria for personal branding safely on social sites? I'm trying to understand that question.
Yeah, if you can give us more examples of what you mean by this is something we can cover in that if we do a Q&A next week. So this would be a good one for us to think about. Yeah.
All right, and then Gokul's said again, can we explain what imposter syndrome is?
Yeah, so basically you have been placed, you find yourself in a role within either your career or your business that you, I guess, don't feel ready for. But like maybe again within a career space, like a manager, you got promoted and you feel like, oh, like I'm not ready for this, but everyone else like sees me as this person that I deep inside don't think I am. So there's like a lot of self-doubt there. Or probably within business, it's, I don't know, maybe you're just growing so fast and everyone is looking at you like, oh my God, you have everything figured out. And like deep inside, you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And yeah, you just feel like an imposter, meaning like someone's going to call you out. I think that's how I understand it. Like someone's like, sooner or later, someone's going to realize that you're not smart enough. You actually don't deserve this role. You don't deserve this business. And you're just basically going to go down. So I think that's the feeling. I haven't, because I think there's a differentiation. Like I don't like labels as such. I don't like labeling things. So I think everyone's going to face self-doubt. I for sure have faced it. I think imposter syndrome is, yeah, don't relate it to it as much. Like, because yeah, I think I reframe things differently in my mind. Like just reframe everything as an opportunity to learn. So you win or you learn, right? So keep on going. We're going to win this or we're going to learn. Win this or we're going to learn. And we're just going to keep on moving.
So there's no win, there's no lose. It's only win or learn, win or learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. All right, we'll just go to a couple more comments. So we've got Irene. That's exactly what you said. There is a devil in each level. Boom.
But can I just?
Oh, okay. All right.
We could reframe this, right? If we're going to expect that there's going to be a devil or a new devil at each level, then there is going to be. Like, you have to keep reframing things. It's just going to be like, oh, there's going to be a new growth opportunity for me at the next stage of my business or next stage of my career. Like, how exciting that I'm going to be put in a position where I have to grow, super quickly. So you could see it like, oh, it's going to be challenging. Like, there's a devil. I'm going to have to fight someone. Or I'm going to be like, oh, what a cool opportunity to grow. So reframing. So this is the mindset stuff. Freaking reframe everything that's coming up. It doesn't happen immediately, but just like rethink situations and like what is the good side of this? So again, obviously you can say, no, Wendy, this is not how it works. If you feel it, you feel it. But it's probably, I'm a reframing girl.
Yeah, so I love that. So I wrote a post on it yesterday on LinkedIn. Well, not on it, but it was talking about, so you've got the opportunity to like handle, I guess, low level problems. So, you could do that. Or you've got the opportunity to handle bigger, higher quality problems. So it's your choice. But this chat, I love you guys. This chat screen is going off. All right. I know that we've gone over a bit of time, but I'm going to keep going because, man. All right. So next we've got Missy. I feel underutilized in my role. Is this the same thing? Ooh. That is a great question. I'm going to say that it is slightly different, being underutilized. So you're not being used to like your full potential. Is that right, Wendy? Would you agree?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm like, because it sounds like Missy, you're feeling like you are capable of more. Like there is more you can offer, but people are not tapping into that. So it's kind of actually you're coming from a place of confidence. Like I know I can do more. I know I can deliver more. Just people are not seeing it. While the imposter syndrome is like, everyone else thinks I'm capable of this. I freaking don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't think I can do this, right? It's actually the exact opposite. But good on you. Like, I love that you know what you're capable of, right? And that you can do more and deliver more. So keep showing up as that person and people will absolutely notice.
All right, let's keep going. All right, we've got Irene. Okay, when we are leveling up, the self-doubts show up, but we need to remember who we are and how far we have come.
Yes.
All right. Somebody call Michael Jordan because that was a slam dunk. I love that, Irene. All right.
So true.
And then we got Alex B. Love the energy here, guys. I know we're spitting fire over here. So I don't know if someone should arrest us or call the fire brigade because we're spitting fire. Spot on about the mindset. All right, a couple more. Mindset is crucial. Positivity breeds positivity.
Yeah.
All right. Missy is saying yes. Hell yes. Okay. All right. Any final thoughts, Fendi? Is there anything else that you would like to leave on?
I think it's probably taking the action, right? Keep showing up as that person, because sooner, I know that many people don't like this expression, fake it till you make it, but like we're all always learning. And as soon as you're going to get to a place where you're like, okay, I'm super comfortable in this role now, I know what I'm doing, you shouldn't actually not be in that role anymore. We should be on a journey where like, okay, it's going to be the next uncomfortable thing. And the way I say it, it only feels uncomfortable because you're growing. So that's what I like as a business owner. This is my favorite part of being a business owner, because if you ever feel like you're stuck or you have like your limiting beliefs flowing through your mind, is like things are not working out the way you want them to, you know that it's like a personal stuff. There's something in the mindset that you need to work on. So actually it is forcing you to deal with, you know, excuse my language, but crap from your past that you haven't let go of, that you haven't dealt with. And you just have to go through that journey, because everything comes back to your inner self. This is not about the job. This is not about your business or your clients. This is going to be personal. And I think it's a beautiful opportunity to just like, you know, again, like go through your own, sort your own things out. Like I have a somatic coach that helps me with that. Like it's all like you have to invest in your personal self and understanding what's going on. And then everything else is just going to flow. That's what I think.
Okay. I just want to say, for anyone that doesn't know what a somatic coach is, because before we started speaking, you were like, I've got a somatic coach. And I was like, okay, that's great. I have no idea what that is. Can you just explain to people what that is?
Yes, so I think I really don't have a good definition. It's just how she calls herself, but it's more like tuning in within your body more, right? So not living out in your mind all the time, but like knowing that you actually have a lot of wisdom within yourself, within your body, within your gut, and trusting that and listening to that rather than just like, you know, because your mind is just going to, you're not your mind, right? Okay, I'm not going to get woo-woo here. So, okay, you guys. So first of all, let's go woo-woo very quickly. So obviously, we're not our physical body. We're not just our flesh, right? Because if you look at your arm, you know it's an arm. You can't just be your flesh, right? Cool. So we're not our physical body. We're also not our mind, because you're actually aware of your thoughts, right? You're witnessing yourself thinking about something, which means you can't just be your mind, because you won't be able to witness what you're thinking. Does that make sense? Because you're like sitting here and thinking about, oh, I'm actually thinking about this and I shouldn't be thinking about it. So there's like a level of awareness there. So the way I see the world, we're all this higher awareness or higher consciousness, right? So a bit woo-woo for most people, but that's how, that's how I see us. And I actually forgot where I was going with it, so we're gonna have to, somebody coaching. Okay, here we go. So it's tapping into that deeper awareness, that deeper knowing, that deeper consciousness that is actually within you, that can get clouded if you're just listening to your mind all the time, right? So it is basically getting out of your head, like not listening to what the mind, because not all your thoughts are like right, and whatever are the stories you're telling to yourself, you can actually be sabotaging yourself for them. So yeah, somatic coaching is more like actually tuning in within your body and really kind of listening more to that consciousness, to that awareness. So here's a weird response for you. So that's what I love to focus on.
All right, somebody call Tiger Woods, because that was a hole in one. All right, Bendy, so if anyone wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do that? And if there's anyone tuning in for the first time, can you just tell them a little bit about what you do and how you can help?
Yes, I am a LinkedIn coach, and I help business owners really build up their brand on LinkedIn so they get seen as the go-to experts in their niche, so the go-to guy or the go-to girl in whatever their niche is. So I have working with people within relationship niches, within sales, within, again, more tech. So if you just want to be seen as leading expert in what you do, that's what I help you with. And as a result of that on LinkedIn, when someone sees you as an authority and as a leader in your field, you're just going to be getting inbound leads as a result of that. So that's what people come to me for. And they want to be seen as the go-to guys and go-to girls, and they want inbound leads because they don't like me, like cold selling. I'm just not into that. Cold outreach, not my thing. I want people to, just flow into my DMs. So that's what I do. So LinkedIn is the best place to find me.
I love that. All right, so I want to finish on something really motivational, something really inspirational, something that is going to impact everybody, something that's going to empower everybody. I got nothing. So guys, have an awesome rest of the week. If you have any questions, like, let us know. I'd love to do a Q&A session, similar to this, if you've got questions, and then we'll just free flow and answer those questions. So thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are amazing. And
Okay, see you guys next week. We're gonna be here.
All right. Thanks, guys.